What is up, DTube Steam blockchain? So today I want to talk a little bit about my 2 week experience with the Galaxy S10 Plus. So the first impression that you get is, yeah, even after 2 weeks, I'm still impressed daily. Like, I'm impressed daily by the Galaxy S10 Plus, even after 2 weeks. I never had that experience with another phone. I don't even recall having that experience with the Galaxy S8. I think that phone maybe got boring after a few days. It wasn't something impressive. Sure, I came from the S7 and S6. I never got the S9, but yeah, I mean, it's totally different with the S10 Plus. And soon we have the Note 10 Plus. That's gonna be cool. I think I'm gonna have that one next week. But yeah, okay. So 2 week experience or 2 week review or something like that with the Galaxy S10 Plus. So the first impression is it just makes your job fast. And now, I mean, like, first of all, job can be job is a pretty loose term, but I think many people, with the way they're using the devices, what I mean with job now is like when people are looking at the information, maybe they're adding some information, maybe they're looking at some photos, maybe they're reading some news, but basically they're doing some number crunching, some text reading, analyzing of stuff, text, data, basically data. You're dealing with data, so it's a job in a way can be looked at, and it feels like it does all of those things twice as fast as my Galaxy S8 and double the speed. Like that, I can do twice the work. I can check twice the information at almost half the time, and maybe even using half the battery or something like that. It's just very impressive. It just does things fast, and each time I pick up the device, it's a joy. It's a joy picking up the device. I have the Face ID on, so I almost never use the fingerprint reader, the on in display fingerprint reader. When I use it, sometimes it usually goes wrong because the sensor is kind of small, but they're going to fix that with the Galaxy S11, I think, with twice the size of the in-display fingerprint reader. But I don't really see why most people would use that because the Face ID is so fast. Immediately when I turn the device upside down, like to my face, it already has found my face. I can already unlock it. I don't really see anyone in the future using this fingerprint thing. It almost feels a little bit silly now when I can just use my face and I don't even have to think about it. I don't even have to use my hand. So that's kind of interesting. And the other thing is how it's more of a joy to use the phone. Just more fun to use the phone. Just more fun to pick up the phone. Just more fun to create with the phone. It's something with the experience of a device. It almost is a Steve Jobs feel about the device where you kind of back to this experience feel that it's almost as a smartphone or a gadget should have a soul or something like that, that you almost could feel that someone made this device with love, that they had a vision and they had something that they wanted to produce, some great device that not just wanted to milk people of value or money, but that they actually wanted to produce an amazing device. And that's the feel I get from the Galaxy S10 Plus. Also, the feel I get is when I pick the device down and it has this like premium quality build, and I look at the device, I feel like the device in a way is telling me, pick me up, Adrian. Don't you have some work to do? Don't you have some number crunching to do? Don't you want me to go check some news for you? Don't you want to ask me something? It feels like the device is almost becoming that it really can handle all the aspects of any data. And this almost starts to sound like an ad or something like that. This is like, these smartphone ads that you saw 10 years ago, like this phone's going to change your life. Well, those devices did not do that. But these devices now, the ads starts to make sense. Like the actual ads, like this phone is amazing. I mean, they're actually starting to make sense with these new smartphones, which is going to be pretty epic, to be honest. So yeah, it's just more fun to pick it up. It's just more fun to use it because all the annoying stuff with Android that we had a couple of years ago, they're all sort of fixed now, and the user interface above, they also sort of fixed now. So we have this very interesting stage now where also with the cameras, that you not just now have a great rear camera, but that the front facing cameras now also are amazing. Okay, so it's not just the rear camera. So that's just super cool. So the other aspect that I talked about a little bit in the past that you sort of are missing, and you sort of see is lacking behind, is of course the Google apps. Like the Google apps, or just these centralized apps, they are kind of lame. They are almost not giving any value now. Many of the apps needs to be replaced with proof of brain apps, decentralized proof of brain apps. That is basically what most apps, these centralized apps, needs to be replaced with. So a lot of these centralized apps, they have like super big restrictions for what you can do, who you can contact, and how you can transact with people. And they have no sort of services where you can automate a lot of tasks. Many of them have no transparent AI, like how that works. Many of them don't really have great tools to remove ads, and it's just a little bit shady. You don't know who's selling your data, and you don't really own your data, and a lot of that. So what you're sort of starting to feel now with the devices is in some ways, like they're not really overpowered in hardware and software. Like the cameras now are amazing, but comparing it to the software aspect, software is falling behind. Software is really falling behind, and we really need, like, it's almost like we need a new operating system. It's almost like we need a new operating system with just better apps and just better data. Now you're really starting to feel that you want more AI. Like, can't we just have a better AI that can just, I mean, most apps can basically be replaced by AI actually, and they probably would create more of an engaging sort of software experience. So that is like one of these sort of fun things to think about a little bit. But yeah, I love this device, and I really can see these devices to be worth $1,200 or $1,000 because now you are actually getting the value. I saw with the Galaxy S11 that it might have this 108 megapixel sensor camera. So we see that Samsung is stepping that up in 2020, and I also saw in 2020 that the iPhone, the iPhone 2020 iPhone might go back to like this iPhone 4 metal side design, which was like super premium and classy, and that is super cool. And then I saw that in 2021 with Galaxy S12, you might have graphene battery technology, so 100% battery charge in 30 minutes. So some really great stuff is going to come the next 2 years. So I really think that 2021 probably will be the starting year of of when stuff is just going to converge great, because a lot of this like blockchain stuff, give it 2 more years and I think we're going to be real good there in 2021 to and that people then also have many or like great high-end devices. It's with great battery technology, great design, great software, probably many better apps. So yeah, I mean, it's been great. Like, it's an amazing experience. I'm gonna keep using this phone. Probably as my main phone, and it's just gonna be interesting to see where stuff is going to move on from here, basically. But I haven't really found a single thing that has sort of annoyed me, because I mean, you can't even find these like small petty things, because you're so grateful for how great the device works compared to older devices. And as I said in the past, like if I go back to Galaxy S8 now, it sort of feels like a toy. It really feels like 6.4 inch is like the new standard size for devices, and we see that some are even almost going up to 7 inch. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays around. But we saw this Xiaomi device with all screen on both sides. Really cool phone. So yeah, I mean, super happy about the Galaxy S10 Plus, and I mean, I just want to congratulate Samsung. Amazing device. You're doing amazing. You just have to sort of keep it up, and people are gonna keep buying these devices. Yeah. Have a great day, YouTube and Steam blockchain. Bye bye.